Okay, so I'm thinking I'll also do a video of me how I put on short positions. I don't have a live short position to put on just now, but I did it early in the week because, as you know, this last week was a bit down. But yeah, I'll show you what I did look for when I was putting on those short positions. And yeah, in the future when I do put on a short position, I will document it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about putting on a short position using Market Cipher. What would I be looking for? I did do a few shorts earlier in the week, just just a few cheeky quick ones, because obviously, this week's been a bit bearish. Yeah, it's been a bit shady, but you know what, I didn't record any of the positions being put on and that because I was in and out, and I'm not always at the computer all the time. Sometimes I'm just doing it off the mobile app on my phone. So yeah, I wasn't next time I put a short position on, I will probably do a video of me actually opening the position, like the rationale for me, what I'm looking at, to put the position on, and then monitoring how we go with it along the way, with updates, and then closing the position and why I'm closing it. But for now, basically, just looking back, when I am going to put on a short position, I'm just going to use compound this chart here for a reference, because to note firstly whether I'm doing a long or doing a short, I always start on the higher time frame, at least the daily, right? And then a rule of thumb for me is, are you above the daily EMA? So that's a 21 EMA, and on the daily, right? So are you above it or are you below it? That's one of the first things I look at, and I ask myself to assess what is the trend right now. Okay, and then also the money flow. Are we green or are we red with the money? So usually if you're above the daily 21 EMA, you should be fine. Everything's still okay, everything's great, bullish. There's no indication of things moving drastically down, right? But usually if you're going to close below the daily 21 EMA, you're probably going to go lower. Even if it's only for a couple of days, like you can see with compound, right? As soon as it closed below the daily 21 EMA, it went down for a few days. It tried to come back up here, and some of the coins have been able to do that. They've broken below their EMA, and now they're creeping above it. I think Cardano is one of the ones that has, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, broke below, but it's managed to come back up. Perfect, fine, good for you, Cardano. You have survived that. You're coming back up, right? But anyway, with that, right, that's when I'd be looking to put on a short. The day that the candle closes below the EMA, even if it is just for a couple of days, I would then move backwards on these lower time frames to find my entry point. Closing below 21 daily EMA, you're going down. With compound as well, unfortunately, like I could see the money was thinning out here. So yeah, going into the red money flow for me was also an indication bearish. Let's just have a look on what day. So that would have been the 12th of March, right? 12th of March, and then I would work backwards. I would probably enter the trade on a higher time frame, not the lower time frames. Right? 12th of March. I mean, None of them look great, do they? They're all in the red, mostly. Very thin green money flow there, but 12th of March, what is that? 16th, 14, 10, 12, 12. Right, so then you could see with the 4 hour, we had money flow still, let's just call it red. Red throughout. I mean, that's just a little attempt, but we'll ignore that little green. That's not even, look at it, didn't even come up. But with shorting, I would wait for us to concretely break the EMA. You want the EMA to go from white, which is bullish, to grey, which is bearish. But you're not going to just enter it as soon as it goes bearish, right? So you're going to wait for it to break below the 4 hour. Is that still the 12th of March? All right, so that's coming into the 12th of March. The daily was only confirmed to close below on the 12th, right? The 12th was the first candle we got concretely closing below the EMA. So we wait for the 4 hour to lose the bullish EMA, right? It breaks below and then it back tests. By now it's grey, so it's bearish, it's back tested. You would want to have a bearish engulfing candle when it back tests this EMA. You want money flow to still be in the red. You want the VWAP to be below the 0 line. Okay, and of course you can use the dots on Market Cipher as well. So you could wait for that. So that would have been a good entry. I wouldn't say that that was you know, a convincing bearish engulfing candle, but we did try and back test it there. The EMA had gone bearish and we got rejected off of it. So that could have been one, but absolutely perfect. That blood diamond is probably where you would have really wanted to enter that short. As soon as you see that the EMA has just gone bearish, right? You're trying to again get above it, rejected, and now blood diamond, and then the red dot, money flows red, VWAP's coming down, daily has closed below the EMA. That for me would have been amazing. And that's the 14th of March, so you would have had to wait for that. I might have entered there, might not have. Like I said, that wasn't a very convincing engulfing bearish candle, so but if I had seen that after seeing the close below the daily, I would definitely have entered that, and then I would have just held it. Yeah, until there was any anticipation of the money flow coming back into the green. But looking at the daily, you could see that the money flow was just getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and now we're in the red, and now we've actually lost the daily EMA. It's gone bearish. So yeah, for me that would have been the short to put on. Start with the daily time frame. Did you lose the EMA? Did you not lose the EMA? How is the money flow looking? For your entry point, you want to go on the higher time frame. To have a safe trade, I would stick to the 4 hour. Wait until you lose the bullish EMA, let it break down, right? Become grey, bearish. Wait for the back test. If you get a convincing bearish engulfing candle on that back test and the money flows in the red, the VWAP's going down, right? And you get the confirmation on Market Cipher as well, the red dot, I would have entered the trade. The blood diamond would have been the most convincing entry on a high time frame. Back test rejected off of a bearish EMA. Money flow still red. VWAP is down. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I would have entered that. So that's what I would do for my shorts. Like I say, next time I do put a short on, I will literally show me putting the position on, holding the position, and then closing the position. But for now, just looking back, early in the week when I was doing those cheeky shorts, that's the methodology that I would have used to go into them. Alright, so that picture I've just showed you with the bearish engulfing candle, you want that to happen on or at the EMA line on the 4-hour. It's difficult to, it's not going to always be perfect like that, but especially if you're using the Heiken Nishi candles. So I've just gone back to the normal candles if it's easier for you to see it that way. Basically, here's one with the blood diamond. The green candles on the EMA. The EMA is bearish, and then the next candle is a red candle which starts at the green candle, but it engulfs the green candle. So that's the rejection of that's the back test and the rejection of the EMA, the bearish engulfing candle, right? Same thing here. This one isn't, you know, perfect, but again, it is slightly bigger than the green candle at the EMA. That one's touching the EMA. It's engulfing the green candle. The very next candle's a red candle, bigger than the green candle on the EMA. The back test, that's it, rejection, and then blood diamond, boom, down she goes. So I'm not sure, like I say, with the Heiken Nishi, that's exactly, yeah, probably won't look, you know, perfect, depending on what type of candles you use. Just use normal candles if you can't see it with that, but you can trust the blood diamonds on the higher time frames. The Market Cipher works out for me. If you're looking at other factors, like I say, like the money flow, the VWAP, the EMA being bearish, perfect. So yeah, whatever works for you.